What if I told you that the smiling, picture-perfect father from the Brady Bunch was, in reality, miserable behind the scenes? That Robert Reed, the man who played Mike Brady, came to truly regret the role that made him a household name. For millions of viewers, the Brady Bunch was the definition of wholesome family television. But for Reed, the show became both a blessing and a curse. His family, co-stars, and colleagues would later reveal just how much the role ate away at him, and why he felt trapped in a part that never reflected his true talents. Robert Reed was no ordinary actor when he joined the Brady. Before becoming the patriarch of America's most famous blended family, Reed had been a classically trained Shakespearean actor. He studied drama at Northwestern University and later at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London, training that set him apart. From the typical sitcom performer, to Reed, acting wasn't about mugging for the camera or delivering punchlines. It was about depth, artistry, and truth. And yet, when he landed the role of Mike Brady in 1969, he found himself surrounded by pastel-colored sets, fluffy storylines, and dialogue he often considered beneath him. From the outside, the Brady Bunch seemed like a dream job. It provided Reed with steady income, a loyal fan base, and a permanent place in pop culture history. But behind the smiles and wholesome moral lessons, Reed was growing increasingly frustrated. He reportedly clashed constantly with series creator Sherwood Schwartz over the scripts. Reed believed the storylines were unrealistic, the characters flat, and the plots simplistic. While Schwartz wanted lighthearted, family-friendly entertainment, Reed yearned for material that challenged him and reflected the complexity of real life. One infamous example of Reed's frustration came during the episode, the harebrained scheme, which ended up being the series finale. The story revolved around Greg Brady selling hair tonic that turned Bobby's hair orange, a plot Reed found utterly ridiculous. Convinced it insulted both the actors and the audience, Reed refused to appear in the episode. His absence was glaring, and it marked a breaking point in his relationship with the show. To him, this wasn't just silly television. It was a betrayal of everything he had trained for as an actor. But Reed's regrets went deeper than just creative disagreements. He struggled with the fact that the Brady Bunch typecast him, making it nearly impossible to land serious roles afterward. While he occasionally guest starred on dramas and even earned critical praise for performances outside the sitcom world, the shadow of Mike Brady followed him everywhere. Casting directors, producers, and audiences could never quite separate the actor from the fatherly figure he portrayed. For Reed, this was devastating. He wanted to be remembered as a serious actor, but Hollywood had boxed him into a role he had come to resent. Adding to his private turmoil was the secret. Reed carried throughout his life his sexuality. In an era when being openly gay could destroy an actor's career, Reed kept that part of himself hidden. Friends and colleagues later revealed that this inner conflict contributed to his unhappiness on set and in life. While he adored the young cast members and often played a real father figure to them off-screen, he was also living with a personal burden that made his frustrations with the show even heavier. By the time Reed passed away in 1992, he had made peace with some aspects of the Brady Bunch, particularly the love the show inspired in fans and the close bonds he formed with his television children. Yet his diaries and interviews made it clear he regretted the role that defined his career. To him, it was a constant reminder of the serious, challenging roles he never had the chance to play because Hollywood could only see Mike Brady in the end. Robert Reed's story is bittersweet. He gave the world one of television's most beloved fathers, but it came at the cost of his own artistic fulfillment. The regret he carried reminds us that fame doesn't always equal happiness, and that sometimes the roles that bring the most joy to audiences can bring the most pain to the actors who play them.